Hi everyone. SpongeBob SquarePants here. I'm super duper excited, because next month there's going to be a new video game featuring yours truly, SpongeBob SquarePants. Titans of the Tide. It'll be developed by Purple Lamp Studios and published by THQ Nordic, the same companies that made the Cosmic Shake back in 2023. I've invited a few of my friends over to get their thoughts about this amazing news. Oh look. Here comes Patrick. Hi Patrick.
Oh hey SpongeBob. How's it going today?
Brilliant, thanks. I just wanted to tell you about my new game coming out next month, Titans of the Tide.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a smash and seller. I remember last year when the game starring me was out, the Patrick Star game. It was such great fun, especially the Red Room.
And even better, Pat, you'll be in the game too as a playable character.
Oh goody.
Hey Pat, check this out.
Wow, my pinhead Patrick look super swell.
Oh brilliant, here comes Squidward. I'm sure he'll be excited to hear about the new Titans of the Tide game. Hey it is Squiddy boy.
Ugh, what do you two idiots want? I just came over to get my reef blower that you borrowed from me 2 months ago.
I'll give it back to you ASAP. Anyway, we're going to tell you about a new game coming out next month starring me, Titans of the Tide.
Oh brilliant, another product, with your prominent porous face, plastered on the front cover. Marvelous.
Aren't you happy, Squidward?
How could I be happy when you and your friends have all the credit? First of all, you, SpongeBob, had several video games, from the early 2000s to the present. Patrick there had his own game last year, Sandy had her own Netflix movie last year, and now, that pipsqueak Plankton had his own movie back in March. Why can't I be in the spotlight for once?
Now Squidward. You make an appearance in the game, have a look. And I'm sure a product featuring you on the front cover will come along in the future. I'd be surprised if it'll be the next year or two.
Definitely a game. It just came into my head, a game called Squid City. That would be super awesome.
Boring.
Fine then, Ralph. What do you suggest?
Oh, maybe a music-based game, seeing as you love to play on your kazoo.
You mean my clarinet, you moron.
Oh, I've got it. A musical 3D platformer called Squidtasia, Concerto Chaos. You'll own a musical theater and it's being funded by Sea Pirates and the such.
Intriguing.
And then you could gather all kinds of musical power-ups to help you progress throughout the game, including a clarinet power-up that'll blast enemies off the screen.
Class. I hope for that to be greenlit someday. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but thank you SpongeBob and Patrick for the suggestion.
You're welcome, my great neighbor for life.
Ugh, I wouldn't go that far if I were you. Let's just say we're close acquaintances.
Hello SpongeBob. I just wanted to remind you that your trillionth voting test is due next month, and you better not fail it this time.
Oh hey Mrs. Puff. Oh sure, the test. I nearly forgot about it.
And you better not crash the boat and let me inflate again.
Or would you rather me talk like this?
No, please, anything but that creepy text-to-speech voice. Please Mrs. Puff. I promise I'll pass.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, you've been warned. Oh, what's going on here? A little gathering?
I'm just talking to my friends about the upcoming game next month, Titans of the Tide.
Oh, hopefully I'll get a cameo in it. I had a rage room in the game last year with your overweight friend over there. Anyway, I'm going over there to get a small drink.
Okay, see you Mrs. Puff.
Boy, that sure was creepy.
Oh please, don't remind me. Oh yowza. Mr. Krabs is here. Hi Mr. Krabs.
How are you, SpongeBob?
Oh great. I'm just going to tell you about my new game coming out next month, Titans of the Tide.
Oh Daddy, that game sounds awesome. I want 10 copies, one for me and the rest for my friends.
What are you talking about, Les? I'm not going to pay me cold hard money for a measly game.
Daddy, you're so selfish. I hate you.
Don't worry Pearl, I'll make sure to reserve 10 copies for you and your pals.
Yeah. Thanks so much SpongeBob, you're the best.
And besides, you're in the game too.
Oh goody goody. Now all the more reason for me to have it. My friends will be mega impressed.
Ding dong. Is there a Krabby Patty in the house?
Oh Christ, that pit squeaks on the growl.
I heard that Squidward.
Hey Plankton. I was just going to tell you about the new Titans of the Tide game coming out next month. Aren't you excited?
As long as it involves me getting the Krabby Patty secret formula, I couldn't be more happier.
Oh yeah, I'm very sure you'll be involved in the game some way.
And from that earlier screenshot, the Krusty Krab is included, so I'm sure you'll definitely be in the game.
Howdy SpongeBob. How are you all today, my great square dude?
Go Sandy. Just the gal I wanted to see. I was going to tell you about my new game coming out next month.
Oh, I'll be sure to get that game lickety split.
And you'll definitely appear in the game too, but I'm not sure if you'll like it.
Why not?
I don't want to upset you, but your hibernation form from the Survival of the Idiots episode will be featured as a boss battle.
Seriously. That makes me madder than a wet pen.
I'm very sure you'll be featured as normal in the game as well. I'd like to think so.
Really? Oh well, that makes me feel more chilled. No point getting head up about something trivial.
Now seeing as you're all here, me and Patrick have another great surprise for you all.
We're going to tell you about a special costume pack. But not just any costume pack. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Natural costume pack.
Arg, my eyes!
This is really unacceptable.
Arg me lads. What are you thinking?
Whee! Something for me and my friends to gossip about.
Well, that's unexpected.
That's ugly, as sin.
This pack features Butt Flat Bug, with my bare yellow bungs hanging out. And then there's Birthday Suit Patrick, with good old Pat in all his pink butt naked glory.
Hopefully I'll get a flag fixed onto my butt.
Would the both of you stop? You're making me feel queasy.
And remember, Pat, that you were also naked in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game back in 2004 as an unlockable costume.
Oh yeah, such swell times streaking around Bikini Bottom.
I'm warning you, get that crap off the screen right now.
Now Squid, no point being afraid of the naked truth.
Yeah, it's just some bare-faced cheek. Ah!
I'm going out to get a breather and clear my head from you two wackos. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Anyway folks, keep your eyes out for SpongeBob SquarePants, Titans of the Tide. Available November 18th, 2025 in all awesome retail and inline shops everywhere. You definitely don't want to miss it. See you all soon.